2.3 million years ago, a child died on the southern plains of Africa. It was no ordinary child. It wasn't even human. It belonged to a species that was on the verge of becoming human. In 1924, the skull of this child was discovered at a place called Taung. The discovery of this fossil caused a worldwide controversy because until then, scientists believed that mankind had originated in Europe. But the Taung skull placed the emergence of our species firmly in Africa.
This piece was thrown out by the dynamite blast in November 1924, when Mr. De Bruyn let off this blast at Taung. And then Professor Dart found later that this piece and the little cranium fit snugly together like that. As you know, brains can't fossilize. The brain beats with every heartbeat. The brain surgeon opens the skull in life. You see the brain under his hands beating, and as it beats, it hammers out its own pattern on the interior of the skull. The interior of the brain case, becoming emptied of brain after death, had then filled up with sand, and so a perfect impression of the inside of a brain case had been taken.
In 1947, Robert Broom found an adult skull of an Australopithecine, misplaced. Dart's claim was vindicated. The Taung child belonged to the first upright walking species, which would ultimately lead to modern humans.
Broom was another extraordinary flamboyant personality and with a wicked sense of humour and rather a naughty man, but he came to see Dart as soon as the newspapers and Nature announced the discovery. And he came into Dart's office, and there was the skull reposing on Dart's desk, and he went over to it and bent down on his knees and looked at it and said, "Dart, I bend the knee before our common ancestor." He went to work every day in a suit, a tie and a collar. When he was in the field, and it was very hot on some days, he did allow himself the concession of taking off his jacket. I used to joke to my students that the only reason I can think for this sartorial behavior was that he was so nearly on the verge of a great discovery always that he believed in being dressed for the occasion.
And then there are the miners who worked at the Taung limestone quarry. They remember seeing many of these fossil bones. Wat sê jy, Moses?
Kan maar net sê, ons maar net die kop kyk, hy lyk maar nou soos 'n menskop. Medulla oblongata.
Medulla oblongata. Jene Moses, weet jy 'n dokter, jy lyk soos 'n dokter met jou. Met jou swart pak as jy net 'n dokter sien as. Medulla oblongata. To me, this is a very special child that was born and died here about 2.3 million years ago at a special place, Taung.